Hello, fellow Toastmasters. Dynamic leadership and changing trends. Under this podcast series, this is the next episode. This is about general speaking, and I am going to communicate with the audience by telling a story. More about the story I will explain at the end. Please listen carefully. If you understand the story, that will tell me I told it correctly. All right, let's start. Wow, what a day. Generally, when I come to the market, my cart will be half sold or little bit more than that by the end of the day. And I might have to stay for the next market day to finish the cart. But today, it's just late afternoon and I'm almost emptied my cart. Everything is sold. My pockets are full already. Wow. More funny thing, I was about to wind up and a party came and they said their horse got injured. Can I can they buy my horses? If I don't have spare in the home, I would have said no. But kind of offer was given, I was not able to resist. But then what about the cart? They understood and they even offered to take the cart. That means my even front and back pockets are full and it's not even evening. If I don't have to feed the farm animals and water the plants, I would have stayed in the tavern and enjoyed the evening. But there was no way I could stay today. It was my village was almost 3-4 hours away with cart. The road will go around the jungle. Through the jungle, there was a shortcut, but the jungle was very deep and it was the almost evening time. By the time I will reach there, it is going to be the night. I calculated it. So by walking, it would have been more than double the time it would take, but I have to take the risk. I just make sure my rod was with me and then I don't have to worry. I started walking. Wamsy, 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 left, right, left, right. I just kept walking. Sun was almost getting set and I reached the point where the road will go bypass the jungle and I have to go through jungle. Then there will be the meadow and then my place will be there. I was about to come to the intersection. Suddenly, I noticed something. Yes, there was somebody. There was one figure. When I looked more thoroughly, there was a very well-built guy was there. And he was standing. When I looked around, I saw his horse was lying on the ground. And from even distance, I observed that it was in very bad shape. So that explained why the man was standing. Probably he was trying to see if he can get any ride. That's what I observed. I never met that guy. I mean, he was trying to go from the same route I'm going, but I observed in my mind that I never met this guy. The guy was very tall, very well built. only his jumper suit and hat was telling me that he's like me. Otherwise, I would have called him like he's kind of is he a wrestler or something? Because that kind of well built he was. Well, I approached. When he saw me, he felt like a sigh, a good sigh, relief. He immediately said hello to me. I replied, "How do you do?" He told me, "Well, my horse is down." I sympathized. Yes, I see. I told him there you won't get any ride. I mean, at this time, nobody will be going from this road. When I understood like he was not from my place, but probably from the opposite side. So after the meadow, I'll be going to the left and he will be going to the right. We both understood there is no other way than walk inside. So sun was setting and we also started. We entered the jungle. It was deep. It was dark. It was almost getting dark. Suddenly, the guy asked, Have you walked like this through the jungle any time before?" I said, "No, not in the night." He asked again, "Don't you feel anything?" I did not understand. I said, "Yeah, I mean, uh, it's a night time, but it's a full moon night. Today is full moon night." I remember him. I told him that moon will be in the sky, so it should be good. He kept on asking, "But are you not afraid of?" I suddenly looked at him first time. I think he was like a feet taller than me. I looked at his face. It was all wet. It was all sweat. The guy was shivering. It was terribly odd. I mean, I thought like it's a big elephant's rib cage, and there will be a rabbit is thumping. Like his heart was like I felt his heart was thumping. I even observed it. I told him the Kingsmen did a great job. Earlier there were so many wild boars and we had a big nuisance, but they cleaned it up, and when they cleaned the boars, the coyotes, the wolves, and the bears also gone, so the strip is safe. I thought I answered him. He again asked, "But are you not afraid?" Frankly, I did not understand now, because I told him that there are no bear, wolf, coyote is not there. But I mean, I cannot bet on that. The animal was down there, and when they smell it, probably they will be coming out. But otherwise, they should be coming in the late night, and we should be good. He clarified, "I'm not asking about the animals." I told him, I mean, there are no bandits or Robin Hoods or anything. So Kingsman did great job. I again repeated. He said, "No, not that." I preferred not to answer that question because I was not sure now what to say. Probably a little pause. He came to the point what he was trying to say. He said, "I'm asking about ghosts." A ghost? uh, Instead of afraid, I literally burst into laugh, because probably the ghost I thought the last in my list, or probably not even in my list to be afraid of. I told him I never met any ghost. Are you talking about a vampire or something? He said, yeah, vampires and goblins. They are there. They are in so many forms. I was see. I mean, I was getting now. It's like he was literally shaking or like was very afraid. I again not answered anything because I was not sure. My eyes were in the around because I was pretty sure even the jungle is safe, but occasional coyote bear could be possible because the animal is down. So I was my one hand was on my rod and I was making sure that okay everything is good. So I just ignored that. But he kept on saying, he said, they come. They come in the evening. They will come in the midnight. They come in the latter. Again, I mean, I just not responded. He kept on giving me the information. He said, even though they have a different forms, but there is only one way you can find them. I think I broke my silence and I said, what? He said, even though they are in different forms, but you can identify the ghost. Do you know how? I asked how. He said, because their legs are like other way around, not like this. They will be other way around. That's how you find it. Without understanding, both of us looked at each other's legs. I knew my legs are good, and his legs from the shoes looks good. So they were not other way around. So, but I mean, I just observed we both did that. Again, I did not choose to say anything. He kept on telling, and whatever he was telling, he was getting more afraid of. He From his talk, I understood like the guy has gone to many pilgrimage, many places, and he's about that voodoo things, and then he may be taking the ghost out and uh, taking the Saturn out, or all kind of things is there, and he has done that. I never believed that thing, or I mean, in my place they do that. Like the local clergyman, he never do that, but they call the padre from outside, and uh, some point in time some people will go there and then they do that, taking the devil out and all kind of things they do. But I generally never went there, so I was not really aware of what. But I knew they do some kind of thing, and few times, at least more than 2 times a year, those kind of things happen. So I just did not respond. I was just observing that how much he is getting afraid of. Every time he will tell a ghost story, and the one who was getting afraid of him, and he was getting angrier because I was not getting afraid of at all. So I mean, I was clearly observing like he was getting frustrated or angry. Like, okay, I mean, I told you such a scary story, and then why didn't you get afraid? But I mean, as I said, my eyes were more on the trees, bushes, and now even the sun, even the moon came, and the road was looking good. And what we observed, that we are almost the end of the strip. We almost was exiting the jungle, and we didn't even know. We didn't observe the time because the guy was best storyteller. He was kept on telling the story, and I was just enjoying, and we did not notice how much time it went. Wow, good. because I was pretty sure that some kind of bear might be coming, but it never. At least one occasional wolf coyote was almost possible, but it didn't. And we exited the jungle. Now it was the big meadow, straight, we can see straight. And after the meadow, I will be left and he will go to the right. Something, our legs told us that they are tired. We were walking for few hours, looks like. Time did was not observed, but now the legs were really looking tired. After the jungle was complete, there was a very big oak tree was there. It was kind of a lone tree from outside the jungle. The tree was so big that its a trunk was like a very round. If you sit from this side, you will not see the other side. It was that big, and it has tall and lot of branches were there. We both agreed, like, let's take a break, and we went there. We sat. Both of us, like, we he took out his shoes, and then I was rubbing my legs. I saw he he put his head down on the trunk, and he was snoring. Oh, it's so fast he fall asleep. So I was like wondering, wow, the day was so good, and I met such a creature. Like, he was inside. I mean, he was like from neighboring place, but I never met him. Like, I know, I mean, I never met everybody, but this guy was looking pretty distinct, and kind of I just saw him today, so it was good. I thought about have a light. The guy was sleeping. I took the light, but the wind was blowing pretty far. I mean, the wind was blowing like very big, and I was not able to put the light. So I just went on the back side. There, the wind was not there. I relaxed. I also took my head and just relaxed. My God, wonderful day. And tomorrow I need, even horses are there, but I need to get the cart repaired, and then for next market, before next market day, and so many harvesting things to be done. So probably it might take an hour or two after this to reach, and then morning, so many things are there. All right. I just finished my light. Scene change. Other side, guy woke up. He woke up and he saw next to him. And when he saw next to him, what was there? Oh my God. What he saw, that froze his blood, stopped his breath. What he saw, a big scream came through from his lungs, but it couldn't go through the throat barrier. It just stopped. What he saw nothing. Nobody was there. How this thing happened? Where is that guy? He was walking with me. He cannot go back to the jungle. The meadow is full empty. He couldn't see anybody there. That means that means that that guy was uh, again, a big scream was trying to come out, but was choked in his throat itself. He just woke up and started running, but more he could not go even a furlong. His heart sank. He fell down, never to wake up. The grass was tall. Nobody sees anything. Scene change. I just finished my light. This guy is not woke up. I should have been woke up by now. Let's see. Or let's wake him up. I took a round and went there. And what I saw, what I saw, I saw that froze my blood. My eyeballs started popping out. Wind was blowing very fast. Moon was exactly on the head. What I saw, a big scream started from my lungs, but got choked in my throat. What I saw nothing. How that's possible? Such a big guy. He cannot go back to the jungle. If he started walking, I should see him. Without a trace, such a big guy, how can he go? That means, that means, that was my, I don't know how I gather myself. I just started running. I just kept on running. I don't know when the meadow was crossed. I don't know where I was going, but probably by instinct, I reached my place. And I reached the city walls and I collapsed. The night dogs observed it and they started barking. Villagers understood and they came out. They saw I was flat. Only noise was coming like. They took me inside, called the doctor. Doctor came. He said, he shook his head. Before passing out, I just heard he was saying, call the padre. And I heard the dispatcher went from outside. Padre came, he saw, he said, undoubtedly there is a ghost. I was half awake, half down. I don't know what was happening. They were taking things out, or I don't know. From that point onwards, probably I was not making any other sound other than. So, from that next morning, people went there. They found the other guy and they saw the big tree and they saw there are two victims. So they understood that there is a ghost on that big oak tree. And it had just took two victims. The story spread everywhere, all over. The ghost became big and big. So many padres and so many voodoo doctors came. Ghost was unrelentless. It kept on possessing the people. He possessed several. He took several victims after that. People used to tell the story of ghost for the generation to come. Thank you. Well, friends, so this was a story named A Birth of a Ghost. I hope you like it. More about the story is, this story is a folk story from my native language and it was written and told by author D.M. Mirastan. I took the theme of the story. The story is in different format, but I took the theme and put it into this format. I hope you liked it. If you like it, give me a thumbs up. Thank you.